Hello and welcome to Justice. I'm Judge Jeanine Pirro. Thanks for being with us tonight. So, are you stupid?
They were posted and that passed. The American voter is too stupid to understand the difference.
Lack of transparency is a huge political advantage. And basically, call it the stupidity of the American voter or whatever. But basically, that was really, really critical to getting the thing to pass.
Of course, that's Jonathan Gruber talking about Obamacare. They think you're stupid, that they can pull the wool over your eyes. They know more than you do, and that they know what's good for you, and it's best to simply keep you in the dark. So why lie to the American people? And make no mistake, we were lied to, starting with, you can keep your health care plan and your doctor, to, this isn't a tax, it's just a penalty. But think about it. How could we possibly have a law that would cover millions more with no added cost to you? After all, you're the one who always gets squeezed. And with the president's impending executive action on immigration, might you be the one to pay for health care for those additional 5 million illegals? Yet no one talks about increasing the number of doctors or enrollment in medical schools to cover all these new patients. The White House says they don't agree with what the Obamacare architect said. Yet records confirm that Gruber spent time at the White House. And Gruber himself says he met with the president twice, including in the Oval Office, to discuss the law. Hey, Gruber, Americans aren't stupid. We knew all along that Obamacare was nothing more than an attempt to socialize medicine and tax us to pay for this redistribution of wealth. Americans are honest people. We respect authority and believe that our commander-in-chief would only tell the truth, never thinking he would lie. So what do we do about an administration that lies to us? One that pays a man $400,000 to make the health care bill as convoluted as possible, to write the bill in a tortured way to make sure that the Congressional Budget Office doesn't say that the mandate was really a tax. Now, it may be my background, but when someone lies and admits they perpetrated a fraud and picks a victim they think they can fool, which costs that victim money, they should be prosecuted for fraud. And when more than one person is involved and there are meetings on how to perpetuate the fraud, it becomes a conspiracy. And today, the New York Times tells us that the cost for those who have coverage under the Affordable Care Act, the name in itself, another falsehood, will increase in 2015. So let me see if I understand this. If you liked your plan, you can keep it. And now, if you like your new plan, you can pay even more to keep it. And what about that $2,500 a year that every family of four would save under Obamacare? If they think we can't see that this is simply a transfer of wealth from those who have insurance to those who don't, from the young and healthy to those who are old and sick, a transfer of wealth from legals to illegals, then they're the ones who are stupid.
Don't call me stupid.
Oh, right! To call you stupid would be an insult to stupid people! I've known sheep that could outwit you. I've worn dresses with higher IQs.
So what to do? Congress can repeal Obamacare, but to no end because the president's going to veto that. The Supreme Court will rule on whether federal exchanges are eligible for subsidies, and if that happens, the guts of the law dies. But the biggest problem with not only health care, but with everything this administration does, is that there's no transparency. We need transparency in government. The system is constantly being gamed as players prevent the Congressional Budget Office from identifying the financial impact of a law. What we want are the facts, nothing more, nothing less. And once we have the truth, we can make an honest decision. Over 6 million Americans had their health insurance canceled because this administration made their plans illegal by definition. Through regulation, Obamacare required health care plans to include criteria that was, for most of us, superfluous. Senior citizens being required to have maternity benefits? It's only through deregulation that the American people will be able to buy the health care that they want, they need, and they can afford. People should be given a tax credit to buy their own health care. Take your money and buy whatever you want. Yes, we were right all along. We never liked Obamacare from the get-go. True costs were hidden in a complex 1,700-page bill that we would only understand once it was passed. And speaking of Nancy Pelosi, that paradigm of truth and honesty, she now says she never heard of this guy, Gruber.
I don't know who he is. He didn't help write our bill. And so, with all due respect to your question, you have a person who wasn't writing our bill commenting on what was going on when we were writing the bill. Let's put him aside.
Let me explain something to you, Nancy. He's the architect of the bill. This administration paid him $400,000. Now, the architect does not build the house. The general contractor does. Gruber designed the bill, and then the drafters wrote it. Stop playing stupid. And Nancy, you deny knowing this guy. Just a few years ago, you said this.
Our bill brings down rates. I don't know if you have seen Jonathan Gruber of MIT's analysis.
Having trouble with your memory, Nancy? Unless, of course, you were lying too. Now, I don't want to be like Gruber and call you stupid, but in the words of this great American,
tell me something. Are you stupid or something?
Stupid is as stupid does, sir.
and that's my open. Tell me what you think on my Facebook